Welcome, welcome, welcome to the good life. I'm so excited to be with you once more. A couple of weeks ago or last week we were talking about, I believe, one of the most important revelations we can get is the fact that we have greatness inside of us. That diamond, that rough around that diamond is what we have to work on throughout life. We talked about how precious we are and how great we are and how powerful we are. All we have to do is work on the rough. Today we're going to specifically talk about working on the rough to bring the greatness out in every single one of us. You have to understand something. Every single one of you, listen to me, every single one of you was created for greatness. God has made us in his image. We are created to do things more powerful and more great than we think we are capable of doing. But if we don't work on us to bring this greatness out, we're going to miss out. Today I want to talk about the rough. First thing we have to understand if we're going to work on the rough is that our thought life determines what we do. Write this down in the table of your heart. Your actions, what you do, your behavior will never ever rise above your thoughts. How you think determines what you do. Episode 2, we talked about what software you are operating off of. How you think, what information you feed off of determines how you behave. If you want to do great things, you have to feed on information that's great, that will push you to greatness, that will, here it is, cause you to make adjustments and cause you to change. That is the key component. Understanding how we think determines our behavior on a consistent basis. What are you doing every day? I guarantee you it goes back to how you think every day. If you want to move out of certain situations, it's going to cause you to do and to think on things differently in order for that change to occur in that situation. Second thing, your mind, what you feed on. I mean, you've heard it all your life. You are what you eat. Your mental diet. Let's talk about it. I can't run a marathon on ho-hos and Twinkies. I got to have something in me that's nutritious, that's feeding me, that's enabling me to have endurance in this race. And your mind, what you feed on, will determine that. I mean, so many people think that we can move ahead, but we're feeding our mental thoughts on junk food. Nothing of nutritious value, no scriptures, no word, no information, no principles that can make a difference in our life. Not only feed on it, but that feeding on it determines what we're going to do with it after we feed on it. Understanding that my information, the information that I feed on determines how strong mentally I will be. And let's face it, the reason why some of us give up so easily is because we don't have the willpower, the mental fortitude to go through it. We give up too easy because we really don't understand. It's not about desire. It's about preparing for that desire. I'm going to say it again. It's not about the desire. It's not about what you want. It's about preparing mentally, having the mental fortitude to endure the challenges of change so that change can come. That only comes from my diet. What am I feeding off of? What am I eating on? Mentally, that's going to affect my life for the better. It all is full circle, spirit, soul, and body. I have to feed my spirit. I have to feed my soul. I have to feed my body. Again, what am I feeding myself? That's going to determine my endurance. Last point I want to give, or exercise I want to give when we're talking about breaking out this rough, we're talking about, what are we talking about? We're talking about bringing this greatness out of us, work it on the rough. This exercise that I'm about to give you right now will show you how powerful your mindset is. Right now, I just want you mentally, all those out there in YouTube and everywhere else you watch it, I want you to count to 10 in your mind. Just count to 10 right now. Now I want you to say your name out loud. Now I want you to say your address out loud. Now what were you just thinking about? More than likely, your name and your address. Why? Because your thoughts were determined by what you were saying. So if I really want to make an impact, it's not just feeding on information, but it's saying the information that I'm feeding off of. It's speaking what I desire. It's speaking where I'm going. It's speaking the end destination. It's not just thinking about it, hoping about it, wishing about it. I mean, it's adapting it in not only into my psychological or my mindset, if you will, feeding on the information, but it's declaring it. It's saying it. And the moment I say it, my mind picks up on it. And guess what? It's software, baby, like we were talking about in number 2. It's software. It's that information that I'm feeding off of and that I'm operating off of that determines where I go in life. What software you're operating off of. It's full circle. It's the same thing. Whatever I'm saying, whatever you speak, you pick up in your mind, and your mind picks up on it. And guess what? The more you do that, what happens is your thought pattern changes. Man, I'm not here playing games. I'm trying to give you some information that's going to help you to change your situation. This is something you have to take seriously if you want to move out of where your present state is. It's easy only when I prepare for the battle, prepare for the challenge, prepare for whatever endeavor I really say I want out of life. It's about the good life. It's about understanding the good life comes with a price. Making adjustments is the ultimate. My name is Jimmy. It's the good life, baby. We'll see you next week.